Good morning. This is just another taxpayer. I'm driving back up to Pine Top, Arizona, into the pine trees and the snow. I'm going to take PTO from work till about the 8th. I'm extending my Christmas holiday vacation. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about something. I got a very hateful response to a video I did, and it was about raising the minimum wage. And it's the only video I did about raising the minimum wage. You can look it up. This guy was using all kinds of foul language, and really even no reasons at all. If you're going to critique me, give me a reason so I can learn from this. You know, I don't know everything. I'm against raising the minimum wage. The guy called me a fucking idiot, and that the minimum wage should be $22 an hour. And between the language and his absurd amount of $22 an hour, this guy is just a total libertard who, just because he's born, he's entitled to $22 an hour. Let me tell you something. I invested money in a college degree. I got the degree, and when I got out of college, I still only made like $11 an hour. But I worked my way up to approximately $23 an hour. What would the world be like if everybody instantly made $22 an hour? My point being is, I do not believe a job flipping burgers was meant to sustain a family. You're gonna fucking whore around and get multiple kids, or whatever freaking mistakes you made in life, drugs or whatnot. I don't really care. You get a minimum wage job because you invested all that money into whatever else fun you were having. You're forced into a minimum wage job because you wasted your life, and you think that's supposed to sustain you? No, a minimum wage job is meant for children who are teenagers, and it's meant for them to use as a stepping platform to get an education, to move up, to learn. What would society be like if you woke up, or you were just born? Everybody's born making $22 an hour. Society would have no reason to get educated and better themselves. What would society turn into? I'm sorry, but life is not fair. And life is not fair by design, by God's design. He wants you to learn and improve yourself. So back to this guy's comments. He called me a fucking idiot, and he didn't leave a reason why my rationale was incorrect. So, I'll paraphrase what I said. When you raise the minimum wage, one of 4 or 5 things, or a combination of one of 4 to 5 things, is going to occur. 1, the employer is going to be forced to raise prices of the products they sell. 2, the employer is going to be forced to decrease employee size or reduce hours. 4, the employer could go out of business. That was 3. 4, the employer could move overseas, eliminating all the jobs. Or a combination of the 4. They can do one of the 4 or a combination of all 4. Now, I agree, corporations make way too much money. I fully agree with that. And I do believe they're ripping off the public. But not as far as the minimum wage. Where the money needs to, where people need to concentrate is the overpriced products that we purchase. close to $4 to a gallon of milk. And by the way, it's generic brand milk. You know, what? I'm trying to think. Close to $3 for a dozen eggs. And I can go on and on and on and on. You go to the deli counter. I remember when the meat was $8 a pound for like boar's head ham or something like that. It's now $12 a pound of meat. So that's where the improvement can be. The corporate owners, the stockholders, need to stop gouging the consumer. But back to this guy's comment, and then I'll end this video. So last night I saw this not email, but comment to my video. So last night I saw the comment, and I was tempted to rebut back. And I said, nah, this guy's not worth it. He's got a closed mind. He's not going to listen. He just wants to be right. That's all he wants to do. So I shut the email. I went to bed, and I felt vindicated in the morning. I woke up, as I normally do. I turned on the news, and I'm watching it. Now, as you all might know, Tucson has implemented a minimum wage increase that goes into effect on January 1st. And the news was interviewing some of our local businesses. And one business that they were interviewing was a local coffee shop. Baristas, they make the lattes and the stuff like that. And we all know those folks are just freaking left-leaning lunatics. But even they themselves said this. The manager that they were interviewing, although they agreed out of compassion for the people who make minimum wage and agreed to do so, they would be forced to raise the prices of all the products that they sold. And it's just one business. They were concerned, though, because they're a small business. They had a foundation of customers who support that business every morning with their coffee. And she apologized on camera for having to raise the prices of everything from coffee products to all her paraphernalia, meaning, coffee mugs and all that crap. She apologized to these people on the news camera and hoped that they would still support her. And she's going to have to, she said all her coffee beverages are going up by about 25 cents. Depending on the price of the product. So a small coffee might go up 25 cents, a medium coffee might go up 30 cents, and so on and so forth. So it's all dependent on the price of the product. I guess they're calculating this by a percentage of the price of the product. So she apologized. So I felt vindicated. I was right. One of the four things occurred. They also interviewed a winemaker here in Tucson, southeast Tucson, who was also concerned because he is a small business. He grows his own grapes. He makes his own wine and everything. He's not a large corporation. And this is a heavy cost of, in his words, is a heavy cost of doing business. You got taxes, you got rent and everything, and this is just another cost of doing business. So he says he's going to have to do the same thing, and it might force him out of business. Now you're going to say 25 cents, Brian. That's nothing. But it's not just 25 cents. Because then you go to the grocery stores, whatever you buy there, all their products are raised 25 cents. And then you go over to the lumber yard and their prices are raised. And you go across the street to the pet store to get pet food and their prices. And it's every place you can possibly think of that utilizes minimum wage workers. Now I'm sorry, life is not fair. And a minimum wage job was not meant to support somebody who screwed around their entire life and just partied, did drugs, and whored around. Minimum wage job was designed for adolescent children who are going to school trying to improve themselves and get an education. I'll say this again. What would society be like if you were born and and just entitled to $22 an hour? What if everybody on this planet just made $22 an hour? There would be no reason, sorry for the harsh lighting, there would be no reason to get an education and better yourself. Society would not better themselves. Hey, why go to school if I just can go flip burgers for $22 an hour? Why go to school to improve myself? And if I can't improve myself, what happens to the children I have? I won't improve them. What would society be like? Life is not fair. Competition is not fair, but it's built by design. And I do believe in God, and I believe He created it to better society. You know, competition and inequality. But anyway, I want to let you guys go. Go check out that other video. Look at this guy's freaking rude ass, crude comment who speaks so uneducatedly, so vulgarly, so thuggish. And this is the punk who wants to just have $22 an hour. Again, I invested in my college. I paid money for it. And this probably crackhead wants just to make $22 an hour because he breathes the air that we breathe. And after I got out of college, I only, made 11 and change. I then worked my way up to $23 an hour. I make $23 an hour. And this guy wants to make as much as me for just breathing the air that I breathe. You folks have a good day. I do apologize for the harsh lighting, but it's early in the morning here. Take care.